Warning: this video was created for educational purpose. The main goal is to provide scientific and public health related information in an understandable, easily digestible manner, with a portion of humor. Might contain disturbing disease-related images and information. And today we are going to talk about worms. But not about any type of worms. Our guest is going to be a parasitic nematode, in other words a roundworm, Onchocerca volvulus. It is the causative pathogen of the disease onchocerciasis, also known as river blindness, and is attributed to as the world's second infectious cause of blindness after trachoma. At this point you might be asking yourself already, why river blindness? Let's refer to World Health Organization, its definition on onchocerciasis. Onchocerciasis or river blindness is a parasitic disease caused by the filarial worm Onchocerca volvulus, transmitted by repeated bites of infected black flies, Simulium spp. These black flies breed along fast-flowing rivers and streams close to remote villages located near fertile land where people rely on agriculture. And let me quickly elaborate on filarial worms or microfilaria. This simply means the worms are of microscopic size. But as we all know,
big things have small beginnings.
And in the case of infectious diseases, such small things can frequently lead to catastrophic outcomes. According to CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, persons with heavy infections will usually have one or more of three conditions: skin rash, usually itchy, eye disease, or nodules under the skin. The Global Burden of Disease study estimated that in 2017 there were at least 20.9 million people infected worldwide, of which 14.6 million had skin disease and 1.15 million had vision loss. More than 99% of infected persons live in Africa. The remainder live in foci in Yemen and Latin America. Onchocerciasis is commonly treated with an oral medicine called ivermectin. Population-based treatment with this drug, also known as mass drug administration or MDA, is the current core strategy to eliminate onchocerciasis, with a minimum requirement of 80% therapeutic coverage. At least 12 to 15 years of annual treatment are required in hyper- and mesoendemic areas to eliminate transmission corresponding to the lifespan of the adult Onchocerca volvulus. 4 countries have been verified by WHO as free of onchocerciasis after successfully implementing elimination activities for decades: Colombia in 2013, Ecuador in 2014, Mexico in 2015, and Guatemala in 2016. And now let's have a closer look at different disease stages and the overall pathogenesis. Infective microfilaria larvae, L3 stage, are injected into a host during the blood meal of the female black fly. For 6 to 12 months, these larvae would develop into adult worms, microfilariae, that reside in fibrous subcutaneous nodules, located commonly around the crest, the head, and torso. Each nodule may contain 1 or 2 female worms and a single male that is usually smaller in size. Fertilized adult worms produce about 1,000 to 1,500 microfilariae, L1 stage, daily and have a lifespan of 10 to 15 years. These baby worms measure 250 to 300 microns and 8 microns in cross-section and live for 1 to 2 years. At any given time, millions of microfilariae are moving through subcutaneous tissues and, to a lesser extent, the lymphatic system of an infected patient. During a subsequent blood meal, these L1 forms are ingested by a biting fly. They then transform over 1 to 3 weeks, first by migrating from the gut into the thoracic flight muscles as an L2 larval stage. From here, they develop into an infective L3 larval stage and migrate into the salivary gland for subcutaneous transmission during the next blood meal. Once in the human body, The injected larvae transform into the L4 stage, from where they mature in about 1 year. As you already know by now, the two most common disease symptoms include eye lesions and skin lesions. Eye lesions. If microfilariae migrate to the eye, they can cause severe lesions and in some cases blindness. And which is really disturbing, you can actually see live microfilariae in the eye, worms moving in the eye. Skin lesions. Many thousands of microfilariae migrate in the upper layers of the skin. When the microfilariae die, they cause skin rashes, lesions, intense itching, and skin depigmentation. Nodules on the skin are frequently used for microscopic diagnosis. The technique is called skin snip. If you enjoyed this video, just hit the like button, click subscribe and activate the notification bell, because this helps me improve the quality of the content in the future.